Okay, another day, it's weekend, let's see what we're working on. Okay, this is my sister's 8th gen Honda. I think it's a 07 coupe. Customer complaint. She was saying it was making a grindy noise while braking. And then I was asking her if it was while at speeds or squealers, maybe the squealers going off. She said it was making a grindy noise while in traffic. I had no idea what the hell that meant. Let's go take the front wheels off. Probably set you down here. I actually just took it for a road test and it sounds like ass. So let's take a look. Give me a minute. Well, problem number one, my impact seems like it's stuck. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. Thank God the lug nuts aren't tight. Shit's a nightmare. Wheels are ready. There you go. It just got a little stuck, that's it. Okay, so what to look for? You can already tell by the pad depth that they're way sunk in. Come along here, I totally forgot my light at the shop. Take my word on it, there's about like 5% brake pad still left in there. This rotor is dicked. What you want to look for is hot spots. You see this brown streak right here and see how glazed it is, how I could see my fingers like a mirror reflection. That means there's way too much heat in here. Usually in the fronts nowadays I always change rotors just cause that way it doesn't shimmy or none of that. Take the other side off, that's gonna be a chore. I'm out of breath like a fat kid right now. Be back in a minute. Okay, kind of brought some tools with me. The only specialty-ish tool you're gonna need is one of these, an impact screwdriver. This one's just like a Mastercraft, Craftsman shitty ass handle. Then I got a 1/2 inch to 3/8 drive because this one's 1/2 inch. Then I actually bought a snap-on bit for it, Phillips bit. That's not gonna focus. What's nice about that is this saves me a couple $100. You can just buy the bit. This thing came in my impact socket set, so didn't cost me anything, and it works pretty good because it's 1/2 inch drive, so it actually transfers a lot of torque out there. You'll need it for these stupid rotor screws right here. And on Hondas, these things are always freaking frozen in there, so we'll see. This is a Canadian car. We'll see how easy they'll knock out of here. Let's shake the shop. Easy. It's never that easy, but shit, everything's always easier on cam, ain't it? It's a new angle. Okay, we're gonna take off these two caliper bolts and we're gonna take off two. Should I knew it was a 12 mil, but I'm stupid. Okay, we're gonna take off these two 12 mils. Holy shit, they're on there. That's one. That's two. What do we see here? That's the inner. You always want to keep the inners away from the outers. See on this one, that's the inner. See how much pads on there? See the outer, see little pads there? That usually indicates a caliper problem or a slider. Yeah, the grease is dicked. Or slider problem. So you want to check these two guys out here. These are your sliders. That's what actually moves the caliper back and forth. Hopefully, you know what, I'll try pushing this piston back in. If it doesn't reseat it, I'll probably need to buy calipers for this then. Shooting that long range. Okay, let's see this. Hopefully she presses in. Holy shit. And it went in pretty easy, so I doubt it's a caliper problem. We'll service the sliders up and we'll hang up the caliper too. Okay, take my word for it here. There's two 17 mils back here. Just gonna crack them loose with the breaker using a 12-point socket. It's a little bit easier to get in back here. If the car's up on a hoist, it doesn't matter, but when you're working on the ground, all the room counts here, so that's outie. Let's just spin that whole time. Work with me, bro. I'll sit you guys right here. The caliper brackets out. It's always good to buy high-end pads because it'll come with the shims. I bought the bargain basement ones because I'm not getting paid for this job. My sister's a student. She's making good money. I don't know why the hell she doesn't want the good stuff actually, but whatever. And the rotor should just pull off. If not, you might need to hammer it. Or finesse it. What a... Yeah, everything about this car is fucked. Satisfying. Alright, see all this orange bullshit here? This is all I'm gonna sand this stuff right here so the new rotor sits flush with that. And I'm also gonna compare my new parts to my old parts to make sure I got the same rotor diameter and other stuff like that. Alright, so that's a new rotor. That's the old one. I stud them up beside each other. I'm one-handed, so forgive me, but you want to pretty much make sure that they stand the same height. And also here are the old pads, right? So you want to make sure which one's inside and outside. In this case, the outside one has no tang for the squeaker. The inside one has a squeaker right here on the left. Well, we'll call it the left of the pad. So with your new pads, there's going to be left side, right side, inner and outer, so be careful. So plain one goes wherever, and the squeaker, not this one, it'll be the other one. Is like that. Now let's take a look at these pins here. I got a good old package of mustard grease right here. Kind of like ketchup, but it is the synthetic brake lube. Always use synthetic. You can use anti-seize if you're in a pinch. They tell you not to, but what are they gonna do about it? Let's see. Okay, we'll pull these boots. This boot's gonna stay here, so that one will pull off. We'll just keep everything in order, whether it's inside, outside, left, right. Let me grab a rag. Okay, time to fire this thing back together with your rotor. You'll have the plain screws and these ones that are countersunk. The countersunk ones are going to go for the threads. That's what your screws are going to launch back into. And what you want to do is put the screws back in as well. The rotors, I brake clean them already at the shop, so they don't got any of that grease on it when they come shipped. So you guys can clean your brake rotors off before you install them. I'm going to clean them up after as well. What you want to do is install these screws. They'll hold the rotor up here. It'll make that caliper bracket a lot easier. And I like just snugging them up a little bit. Just a little bit. So it's harder on the next guy when he has to take them off. There we go. Gonna get this new caliper bracket in with those two 17 mils. Hopefully I'm still in focus. If not, too bad. So I was gonna put if you want, you could always put anti-seize on here. I know some of the domestics actually put Loctite on it. And they're a pain to get out, but I'll just keep the caliper in place. Anti-seize will make it thread in nicer because you don't got too much room usually back here, but so I use a 12-point. It's easier to catch, especially when you're working in low quarters like this. Okay, let's load up the pads, and remember we said inner and inners, outers and outers. Just pop right in. pop right in. Let's just flat rate this while we're at it. Throw everything all in one cut. Make sure the brake line ain't tangled. Pop right in. Sometimes these guys right here in some cars will have to go into a specific notch. In this case, Honda makes it idiot proof. It just bolts right in. Yeah, hold on there. 2 12 mils. Pop those in. Bingo bango. Last procedure, what you want to make sure your rotor isn't touching your splash shield. Whenever you get a brake done, job done, everybody forgets to do this. I usually just bend them out even further, because when that touches it, the rotor will squeak on it. So what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to just flat rate out the other side, get that one done, then I'll show you what to do next. So here I'm on the other side. I was just planning to do this off camera, but this rotor had no rotor screws, just to show you what type of shit you deal with. Here is the outer pad. Piece of shit. Looks like it's got some material on there, right? The inner, on the other hand, that's what you get when you buy a car that says female driven. This is playing, but goddamn, look at that. There's actually no pad left. That's just straight metal. We'll see how that rotor looks. Let me take this off. I'm not going to put you guys through this, so I'll just quickly zip it out. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how this bitch looks. It's rough as fuck. Just take a look at that. Camera ain't doing this any justice, but she definitely laid onion rings. Jesus, get Buddha. Okay, sand this hub out. Bang, bang, bang. Just like that, she's done. Brake clean this bitch. Dirty. Grab a clean one. Just like that. That's how you do the brakes. I'm gonna slap the wheels on it. Stay tuned. I'm just gonna shoot an outro and put some channel updates in a minute here. Let me clean all this shit up. Okay, car's on the ground. Got a torque wrench. Never actually use these things a lot, but 80 foot-pounds is what they want. Holy shit. Maybe I should have ran it down a little better. Okay, last and final step. Super, super important. Come in here. Pump up this brake pedal. Because what we did was when we squeezed those pads, we set those pistons back on those. We set the pistons back on the calipers. So by doing this, we're just pushing those pistons back out. And you should be able to feel that the pedal's a lot firmer now, because the pads have less to travel here. Bingo bagel, boys, that's how you do it. Brake job on 8th Gen Civic, 06 to whatever, 2010, whatever it is. Pretty simple. See, that saved you, it only took, let's say, 30 minutes, let's say. A little bit more because I was recording, but that'll save you a lot of time actually if you took it to a shop. Book rate for this job is about an hour and a half. Let's just say 100 Canadian, hour and a half. That's 150 just in labor minus parts. You can buy some quality parts. You can buy the good, cheap, and good stuff that I kind of bought. You can throw in the economy stuff if you want to go that route. Don't complain about squeaking after that because they might squeak. These ones I use them all the time. Been good to me. I got them from my supplier. They're fine, but it saves you a lot of money doing this yourself. You see, it doesn't take that much specialty tools to do this. Also, channel updates, talking the Accord. I haven't even talked about this car too much. I got it in my channel. It's actually the least viewed video. I did the exhaust on it because I got a ticket on it. I got just a cheapo Walker muffler on there right now, but this thing will do a walk around, talk more about it. It needs some, almost busted my ass right there. It's got some cheapo wheels. I'm just borrowing those from a friend. I'm gonna sell it back to him. This is what I needed. This is what's eventually gonna go into it right here. I got an LSD transmission out of a 5th Gen Prelude. I forgot to say that Accord is H22 swapped with a modern day Prelude. So it's pretty much going to be a Prelude in an Accord chassis. You could say it's already got the H series motor in it. So if you want to see what happens with one, just this, if you want to see what happens with this one, just stay tuned. Watch your channel, subscribe if that's for you. If you're not, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, this is my baby right here. I might do a walk around. Next video, I also got to shoot that impact that I was hitting with that hammer earlier. Yeah, that guy right there, that one, I'll probably fix this tomorrow, so I'll probably drop it midweek, a few videos after this one, but I'll take it apart, see why the throttle's jamming and why this is doing. I should have not really hit it with a hammer. It's Mastercraft, I might be able to warranty it. It's been over 3 years, but probably like 7 years old now, but yeah, I'll do that. So anyway, stay tuned to the channel. Fuck with me if you fuck with me. If you don't, no worries, I understand. So yeah, thanks for watching, bye.